Hello. So today's topic is Departmentation, Line and Staff Organization. I am Veena Jayakumar from Rajagiri School of Engineering and Technology. This topic is from Principles of Management for Sem 6 BTech students. So these are the topics that is to be covered in today's session, that is departmentation, and we'll be learning the definition and the criteria of departmentation. And next is line and staff organization.
Departmentation. It is a foundation of an organization structure. Every organization will be performing the task called departmentation. So what is departmentation all about? Departmentation means you divide the work into smaller units and then regroup them into bigger units on the basis of similar features. So under departmentation, when the complete work is taken up and we divide it into smaller units and reorganize or regroup it into bigger units, and this regrouping is done on the basis of similarity of features. There are different ways in which departmentation is undergone. You have so many criteria. Now let's see what are the different criteria. So first criteria under which departmentation is carried out is by enterprise function. So departmentation by enterprise function is where we group the activities according to the function of an enterprise. For instance, an organization will be performing several functions such as marketing, production, personnel related and finance related. Thus, under departmentation by enterprise function, we segregate an organization into marketing department, production department, personnel department and finance department, and then departmentation is carried out. Next criteria is departmentation by territory or geography. From the name, we can understand that it is whereby the activities are grouped according to area or territory by enterprises operating over wide geographical areas. Thus, when an organization has got its various segments across a country, they will segregate into northern region, western region, central region, eastern region and southern region. When the activities are grouped according to this type of classification or according to the area by which the enterprise operates, this can be termed as departmentation by territory or geography. Departmentation by customer group. It is where grouping of activities are done according to the primary interest of the customer. For instance, we have industrial sales, industrial consumer, government sales and export sales, whereby under the consumer products you have both male products and female products. So thus, under departmentation by customer group, we mean that we group the activities according to primary interest of the customer. Next we have departmentation by product. It is where activities are grouped according to the product or product lines, especially in multi-line large enterprises. For instance, under a product departmentalization where the product is a vehicle, they have categorized into two-wheeler department, three-wheeler department, four-wheeler department and heavy motors department. So we can see that here activities are grouped according to different product lines.
Apart from above mentioned criteria, other classifications of departmentation are as follows. Departmentation by time, numbers and process. Departmentation by time means the business activities are grouped together on the basis of time of performance. For example, manufacturing units working in 3 shifts of 8 hours each per day. So basically, the activities are grouped together on the basis of time of performance. In this case, the different shift. Next, departmentation by numbers. Here, departments are created on the basis of number of persons forming the department. And in such cases, each group is controlled by a supervisor or an executive. Next, we have departmentation by process, where activities are grouped on the basis of production process or equipment involved. For instance, a textile mill has many departments such as weaving, dyeing, printing, packing and sales. So here, departmentation by process means they are grouped on the basis of different equipment involved or production process.
Now let's proceed to the next topic, line and staff authority. First, we'll discuss on line authority. Line authority is a traditional form of authority, whereby there is a direct and vertical relationship that is being established. In short, line authority means people in management positions have formal authority to direct and control immediate subordinates. The line of authority need to be clearly defined in an organization. This is to ensure that the organization functions effectively and efficiently. For example, software companies, IT companies, all the functions are clearly mentioned so that it ensures smooth functioning of the organization. Some of the advantages and disadvantages of line organization are as follows. We may say that under line organization, advantages are it is simple, very effective, disciplined, and delegation of authority is clear. However, some of the disadvantages include the method being rigid and inflexible, and you have work pressure only for few executives, and high level of supervision is required to ensure the smoothness in an organization. Proceeding to staff authority. It is whereby you have a specialized or a specialist, and the role of staff authority is to advise managers in specialist areas. One point to be noted is that there is an authority to advise but not to direct. It means that while performing the staff authority, the specialist has got the role of advising and not directing. It depends upon the line officer whether to include the advice or not. For example, finance department of a manufacturing firm would have staff authority to coordinate with line departments about which accounting forms to use to facilitate equipment purchases and standardize payroll services. Thus, some of the advantages and disadvantages of staff authority are as follows. Advantages are it improves the quality of managerial decisions by providing accurate and update information. Then, staff authority helps in providing advices to the staff personnel during complex operations, and it helps in critical evaluation of procedures and practices. However, some of the disadvantages include authority of department managers getting undermined, highly impractical recommendations from the staff, not always but sometimes, and sometimes creating confusions while communicating, and staff personnel may unnecessarily blame the line managers for the mistakes. Thus, departmentation is all about dividing your work into smaller units and regrouping into bigger units, basically into departments, on the basis of similarity of features. And you have line and staff authority, whereby under line authority, people in management positions will be having a formal authority to direct and control immediate subordinates. Under staff authority, their role is advisory in nature, and it is to assist the line officers. Thank you.